Hey Cinders, and welcome back to Chicken Cindy's. Today we are going to try to fix my rear i9 hub. If you just so have happened to watch my live feed, you would have saw that I found out that my basically rear through axle was broken on my Hydra i9s. So I've watched a couple videos from i9 over how to take this out and replace it. So hopefully we can make this work. And I guess we're just going to kind of go with it and see what happens. So let's open this new one real quick and see what we got. But it should just be a new axle. Hopefully that doesn't roll off. I'm wearing a new microphone, so hopefully it works okay. It's a Bluetooth one. I did a video with Rich, and this one works with actually two different mics hooked up to it. So I'm hoping that I can start utilizing this microphones whenever I have people in here talking to them and such. So this is all it is. This is all I needed to fix it. It was about a $45 part, so not too bad. So we're going to take the old one of this out and see if we can put the new one in and get it up and running. So let's see what happens.
Start with this project. Basically, I needed to get that axle out. I already had the XD driver off, so I had to get the actual cap off of that as well. The problem was where it was broken. Where it was broken made it pretty difficult to get it out. So I kind of took it and hit it, persuaded it up through the bottom, and that worked pretty good. And since it was already broken, I wasn't super concerned about really harming it anymore because it was already snapped in half. The other issue I got into whenever I got the actual part out, the end cap was stuck to it. So I actually viced it in some hand vices and then basically used pliers to pull off the cap. That really didn't harm it at all. You can see there might be a couple little nicks, but it's nothing that's going to actually be detrimental to it in itself. It was just nice to be able to get it off. The axles are built to actually be hammered out to push the bearings out. So there's a little ridge on the axle that I'll show here in just a second that kind of goes into the bearing to push it out, so it's meant to be hammered out. So that's actually why I pulled the hammer out and hammered out. I cleaned the bearing a little bit, but knew that it really didn't need much TLC because it was fine. The grease was a little dirty, but I just wanted to try to get this back together. I used this FSA star nut installer. This part actually fit the bearing perfect, so I just kind of took it and hammered it in. Well, the new axle is put in. It is spinning no problem. It feels really nice. So really the only thing I have left to do is install it back on the bike itself. I'm probably not gonna do that in this video because I just kind of wanted to put this out there basically and see how hard it was. For a first timer just doing this, it took about 20 minutes. Pretty straightforward and pretty simple fix. Keo told me that this is actually an issue with basically the build and the way they make these. I've had this wheel set for 3 years, so I read online that the warranty was only 2 years. It sounds like I would have been able to get one if I would have pushed it, but I just didn't feel like it. It was a $45 fix. I'm not saying that's what you have to do, but I just bought the part for $45 and just kind of said whatever. Personal preference there. According to MTB Keo, you could absolutely get a hold of them and they will replace it for free. So that is something to know. But this wheel set's been absolute bomb-proof. This is the first issue I've ever had with it in 3 years. So $45 for 3 years worth of basically just, treating these terrible, like between what I put them through and a hardtail, I'm okay with it. So, pretty straightforward. A little asinine in the bearing installation, but other than that, I'm going to put this bad boy back on the bike and I should be ready to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Probably going to be a little bit shorter just from what I can tell, but thank you everyone for tuning in, and until next time, everybody take care.